You stand on the threshold of forever. The viewport before you is a canvas of unending night. Distant galaxies swirl like spilled paint. They are beautiful and terrifyingly far. You are the only soul for 1 billion miles. Your home is Aegis Station. It is a silent monument on the edge of nothing. Behind you, the reason for your long watch. The Twilight gate shimmers in the dark. It is a vortex of contained starlight, a doorway that must never be opened incorrectly. You are its keeper, its guardian, its lonely, solitary watcher. Your duty is simple. You watch, you wait. You ensure the lock on reality remains bolted shut. Decades have passed in this silent vigil. You have forgotten the feel of rain. You have forgotten the scent of real soil, but you have not forgotten your purpose. You are the wall. You are the shield. You hold the line against the things that lurk beyond the map. The coffee machine on the station is terrible. That might be the greatest threat you face, or so you thought. A sound cuts through the quiet hum of life support. It is not a klaxon. It is not a warning siren. It is a single, pure tone, a note that hangs in the air of the command deck, a sound the station was never supposed to make. Your console flickers to life. It displays a pattern you have only seen in simulations, a waveform of impossible complexity. It is a language of mathematics and sorrow. It echoes from a place your sensors cannot reach, a place beyond the black curtain. This is the signal, the one from the ancient warnings, the whisper the first ones told humanity to fear. Your heart beats faster. The loneliness of your post vanishes. It is replaced by a cold, professional dread. The watch is over. Something has come knocking. The signal repeats its heartbreaking melody. It is a ghost on the stellar winds, a message in a bottle from an unknown ocean. Your fingers fly across the console. You are protocols and training personified. You verify the source. It is real. You verify the signature. It matches the forbidden file. You initiate the link. Your mind plunges into the Ansible stream. The cold data of the station dissolves. It is replaced by the light of the celestial sanctum. This is not a real place. It is a meeting of minds in a virtual space. A council chamber woven from pure information. The assembly of star keepers materializes around you. There are 12 of them. Their forms are shrouded in shimmering light. They are the oldest and wisest minds of the Alliance. Elder Kalen, with his face of stern granite. Matriarch Ilara, whose presence is a calming balm. They turn their collective attention to you. You present the data without emotion, the signal, the waveform, the impossible source. You let the information speak for itself. Silence hangs in the sanctum. The light of the virtual constructs seems to dim. The weight of 1 billion souls settles in the space. A debate begins, not with shouting, but with quiet, forceful arguments. One keeper suggests it is a natural phenomenon, a pulsar mimicking an ancient pattern. Another argues it is a trick, a probe sent by a rival power. They are looking for a weakness. You stay silent. You are the emissary, the man on the scene. You have felt the signal. It was not a machine's echo. It was a lament. Elder Kalen finally turns his gaze to you. His voice is old and cracks with gravitas. He asks for your assessment. You tell them the truth. You believe it is real. You believe the legends are true. A hush falls over the council. The legends of the first ones are not bedtime stories. They are history. A history written in the ruins of dead stars. The first ones were a species of immense power. They built the Twilight gate. They charted the safe paths through the galaxy. They also left a warning, a final testament before their silent departure from the universe. They spoke of a civilization born in the void, a species that did not evolve on a world. They were born from the dark matter between galaxies, the star-born devourers. The legends called them the Var, a name that meant the hunger that walks. They were not conquerors, they were harvesters. They moved from galaxy to galaxy. They consumed all energy, all life, all light. They left behind only cold, silent husks of reality. The signal you received was their harbinger. The first ones recorded it before they vanished. It was a frequency the Vower used to identify ripe galaxies, a way to see if anyone was home. Receiving this signal meant your time was running out. It meant the Vower were near. Some on the council called it superstition. You call it a promise. The debate in the sanctum rages for a time. It feels like an eternity. Finally, a consensus is reached. The risk of ignoring the signal is too great. The potential cost is annihilation. They cannot send a fleet. That would be an act of aggression. They need to send one person, an emissary. Matriarch Ilara looks at you. Her virtual eyes hold a deep sadness. The choice is obvious. It is your post, your sector, your warning to bear. You are the one who must go. Your mission is simple to state. It is impossible to execute. You must journey to the outer marker. It is a dead zone where the signal appears strongest. You are to make contact. You are to greet this new presence. You are to ascertain their intentions. All while knowing the legends. All while knowing what they likely are. You accept the task. There is no other choice. It is the culmination of your life's work. The final exam for the guardian of the gate. The council grants you full authority. You have their wisdom. You have their prayers. And you have the loneliest mission in human history. A nice, light-hearted task before breakfast. You disengage from the sanctum. The light of the council fades. You are back in the cold, gray reality of Aegis Station. Your ship awaits. The Stardust Lancer. It is a vessel designed for a single purpose. To be the fastest thing humanity has ever built. You walk through the docking tube. The metal groans around you. The Lancer rests in its berth. It is a needle of polished obsidian and silver. It is more weapon than ship. But today, it will be a diplomatic vessel. A very, very well-armed diplomatic vessel. You settle into the pilot's chair. The cockpit molds around you. The ship's intelligence whispers a greeting in your ear. It is a familiar, comforting presence. You plot the course, a straight line into the deepest dark, into the region called the Black Curtain. The engines ignite with a silent, controlled burn. The Stardust Lancer slips from its mooring. Aegis Station shrinks behind you. The shimmering Twilight gate disappears from view. You are truly alone now. A single spark of life pushing into an infinite night. The journey is measured in days, each one a stretch of profound silence. You watch nebula drift by. You see the ghosts of dead suns. You have time to think. You think about the stories of the Var. You think about the council's worried faces. You wonder if you should have fixed the coffee machine before you left. You push the ship harder. The star fields blur into streaks of light. The Black Curtain approaches. It is a region of space with no stars. A void so complete it feels like a physical wall. This is where the signal was born. This is where you will meet your destiny. The ship's computer alerts you. You have arrived at the coordinates. At first, there is only blackness, an absolute void that defies sensors. Your ship hangs in the silent dark. You wonder if it was a false reading, a ghost in the machine, a cosmic joke played on a lonely man. You begin to question everything. Then you see it. Or rather, you stop seeing. A section of the void becomes even darker. A patch of nothing that is somehow more empty. A shape begins to resolve itself. It is a ship. But that word is not adequate. It is a mobile continent, a world killer clad in night. The vessel before you is impossible. It does not reflect the light of your ship. It consumes it. The beams from your running lights simply vanish against its hull. It is a hole in reality. Its scale is staggering. It could swallow Aegis Station whole. It could swallow a planet. Your Stardust Lancer is a fly buzzing around a mountain. Its design is an affront to physics. It is a fractal of jagged, crystalline structures. It seems to shift and change as you watch it. It is not built. It looks like it was grown. This is the source of the signal. This is the home of the beings who sent the lament. A feeling of profound awe and terror washes over you. You take a steadying breath. Your training takes over. Panic is a luxury you cannot afford. You are an emissary of the Alliance. You have a job to do. You open a channel. You broadcast the standard greeting, the one used for all first contacts. This is Emissary Guardian of the Alliance of Stars. We come in peace on behalf of a unified humanity. Your voice is steady, calm. You project an aura of quiet confidence. You wait. The silence that answers is heavy. It stretches for an uncomfortable length of time. Then a voice comes back. It speaks your language perfectly. The accent is flawless. The cadence is unnervingly familiar. It is a mirror of your own greeting. This is the emissary of the exiled. We come in peace on behalf of a wandering people. The mimicry is chilling. It is too perfect. It is like they sampled your own transmission and are playing it back to you. This is the first crack in the mirror, the first sign that something is deeply wrong. You push the feeling down. You must continue the protocol. You must hear their story. You ask them to identify themselves, to share their story. The voice that responds is smooth as silk. It is filled with a synthetic sorrow, a carefully crafted tragedy. They tell you they are the exiled, a people without a home. They speak of their galaxy, a place of light and wonder. It was consumed by a star science cataclysm, a chain reaction of dying suns. They escaped in their great arcs. They have been traveling for millennia. They are refugees adrift on the cosmic sea. They are the last survivors of a dead civilization. Their story is designed to pluck at your heartstrings. They speak of lost children, of forgotten art, of a culture reduced to memories inside a ship. They are weary. They are broken. They ask only for safe passage, a chance to find a new home in a quiet corner of your galaxy, a place to rest their weary heads. It is a beautiful performance. It is a tale of woe that would make a stone weep. They plead for your help. They ask you to open the Twilight gate, to grant them sanctuary. They call you their only hope, their potential savior. Their words are a masterclass in manipulation. You listen to the tale from their leader. The voice never cracks. It never hesitates. It is a perfect, uninterrupted flow of tragic prose. But your ship is doing more than listening. The Stardust Lancer is a network of passive sensors. It analyzes everything. It misses nothing. You watch the energy signature of their speaker. A human voice, or any biological creature, has variance, micro fluctuations in energy output. It is the signature of life. The voice of the exiled leader is perfectly flat. A deadline. There is no emotion behind the words. There is only data. It is a recording, a very sophisticated one. But it lacks the spark of a living soul. This is not a conversation. It is a script. You realize you are not talking to a person, you are talking to a machine. A puppet whose strings are hidden deep inside that monstrous vessel. The facade has a flaw, a tiny, almost imperceptible one. Your suspicion grows into a cold certainty. You have to know more. You engage the Lancer's deep-range scanners, a system so passive it is nearly undetectable. It is a ghost sensor. It drinks in the faint radiation signatures leaking from their ship. It paints a picture of what lies beneath the black hull. The process is slow. It takes agonizing minutes. Minutes where you must maintain the conversation. You ask them about their culture, their science, their art. The flat, perfect voice responds with beautiful lies. It weaves a tapestry of a civilization that likely never existed. Then, the first scan results appear on your secondary screen. Your blood runs cold. The data is stark, inarguable. Their vessel is not an ark. It is not a colony ship. There are no living quarters, no hydroponic bays, no recreation areas, no sign of a civilian population at all. The internal structure is that of a factory, a vast, automated processing facility. The energy readings are off the charts. They are not the readings of life support systems. They are the signatures of containment fields, of massive energy conduits, of weapon systems on a planetary scale, all on standby. Their ship is not a carrier. It is a harvester. Suddenly, it all clicks into place. The legend of the Vor, the signal, the story of the exiled, the mimicry, the dead voice, the scans. They do not want to pass through the gate. They want the gate itself. And you now understand why. The Twilight Gate is not a human creation. You were taught this in your earliest days of training. It is the masterwork of the first ones, a relic of a forgotten age. It is more than a doorway. It is far more than a shield. Its true purpose has been the Alliance's most guarded secret. It is a key to unlocking the raw power of a star system. The gate can channel the energy of the nearest sun. It can focus a star's output into a beam of unimaginable force. It can also cause a star to go nova. It is a tool of creation and a weapon of ultimate destruction. This is why you guard it. This is the power the exiled, the Vor, have come to claim. The truth sits in your mind like a block of ice. You are the only thing between this immense harvesting machine and the ultimate weapon. You have two choices. Both are terrible. You could send the scan data to the Council. The Alliance would descend into panic. War would be declared instantly. Humanity would be plunged into a fight it might not be ready for. Or you could continue to play along. You could pretend to trust them. This gambles the fate of everything on your ability to outwit them. To trust your instincts over their perfect lies. Is your pride worth the risk of every soul in the galaxy? The burden is yours alone. The weight of it threatens to crush you. The silence in your cockpit is absolute. A plan begins to form in your mind. A desperate, dangerous gambit. A deception to counter their own. If they are wearing a mask, you must force them to take it off. You will give them what they want. Or at least, you will appear to. You open the channel again. Your own voice is now filled with false sincerity. You tell them you are moved by their plight. You tell them the Alliance will grant them passage. You call it a gesture of immense trust, a symbol of a new friendship between your peoples. You are laying a trap. You transmit a proposed flight plan, a route that will take them through the Twilight Gate. But the path is very specific. It is not the most direct route. You explain it away as a precaution, a way to avoid sensitive star science installations. This is a lie. The route takes them directly past a hidden monitoring post, a deep space observatory disguised as an asteroid. It is armed with the most powerful sensors in the Alliance. It will scan their ship in detail. It will strip away every lie. It will reveal the harvester beneath the skin. They will either follow the path and be exposed, or they will reveal their hand now. You have forced their move. For a long moment, there is only silence. The great black ship hangs in the void. You can feel its intelligence considering your proposal, analyzing the flight path, detecting the trap. The tension is a physical thing. Your hands grip the controls of the Lancer. Then, the voice returns. It is as smooth and calm as ever. We accept your generous offer, emissary. Your trust is a gift. We will follow your proposed route. The monstrous ship begins to move. It glides forward with an unnatural grace. It follows your vector perfectly. You feel a flicker of doubt. Could you have been wrong? Could the scans be mistaken? Is this truly a lost people seeking shelter? The ship continues on its path. It approaches the location of the hidden observatory. Everything is going according to your plan. Too perfectly. Then it happens. The exiled ship does not deviate. It does not fire. It does something far worse. As it passes the hidden asteroid, a section of its hull blossoms outward. A fractal pattern of black metal unfolds. It reveals a weapon, but not a blaster or a cannon. It is a focused energy siphon. A beam of pure darkness lances out from the harvester. It strikes the observatory asteroid. The rock does not explode. It simply dissolves. Its energy, its matter, its very existence is pulled into the Vor ship. The station is gone in a flash of silent, absorbed light. They did not just destroy your trap. They consumed it. On your screen, a new symbol appears. It is broadcast from the Vor ship. It is not a message of peace. It is not a declaration of war. It is the ancient symbol of the Harvester fleet. The insignia of the Vor. Their true face is revealed. Then, the first shot is fired. An impossibly bright lance of energy erupts from the Vor vessel. It screams past your tiny ship. It is not aimed at you. You are beneath their notice. The shot is aimed at the distant, shimmering glow of the Twilight Gate. The war has begun, and you are right in the middle of it.